Good evening. Good evening, everybody. It's something completely different today. Bear with me. So I normally play a game on a Wednesday. It's normally midweek chill when I play some chill game. I thought I'd do something different today, something I've never ever done on a stream, and that is programming, more specifically Java, because I am attending a university course in Java and I would like to know a little bit before I go there. I already know some other languages, but Java is one I've not really had a go of. Well, a little bit, but not really. So I'd like to start at the very, very, very beginning and give it a go. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to begin this on codecademy.com. They have an introduction to Java course, or a little, is it a course? Yeah, I guess it's called a course. Oh, nearly dropped the mic. Not because it was awesome, but because I'm clumsy. Let's put my glasses on and then we shall begin in a moment. Oh, they're very dirty. Don't know if you can hear the rain in the background, but it is actually raining. It's very, very cozy. Pause the music, see if you can hear it. Don't know if you can hear or not, but yeah, very cozy weather outside. Right, so we'll begin. What I'm going to do to make it a bit easier for you guys is I'm going to read what it says here out loud. And I'm going to read out loud what I'm thinking as I'm doing things. So, introduction to Java. Welcome to the world of Java programming. Programming language enables humans to write instructions that a computer can perform. With precise instructions, computers coordinate applications and systems that run the modern world. That is true. Sun Microsystems released Java in 1995. It's known for being simple, portable, secure, and robust. Though it was released over 20 years ago, Java remains one of the popular programming languages today. It does. I've only used it once. I made a plugin for Minecraft that tells you at the bottom of the screen which direction you're facing. But I don't know, you know, like the proper syntax of the language and stuff like that. So that's what I'm hoping to get out of this. That kind of thing. One reason people love Java is a Java Virtual Machine, the JVM, which ensures the same Java code can be run on different operating systems and platforms. Sun Microsystems' slogan for Java was "Write once, run everywhere." Yep. Yeah, so you can run it on different, because the JVM is just a piece of software that will run on different architectures, basically. And the compiler will turn your code into something that's read by that, which is also understood by the operating system, so it can, you know, interact with the JVM. That's my understanding of it anyway. Programming languages, session timed out. Okay, whatever. Programming languages are composed of syntax, and that is, I was going to explain it, but I'll read it. The specific instructions which Java understands. We write syntax in files to create programs which are executed by a computer to perform the desired task. Let's start with the universal greeting for programming languages. We'll explore syntax in the next exercise. You're looking at a program written in Java. Run the code and text editor to see what's printed to screen. So I know what this is going to do because I have done programming. I do other languages. But this is a public class hello world with a static function inside called main, which takes some arguments which aren't in use, and it will print hello world to the console. So let's run it. There it is, hello world. 2 days left to meet your weekly target. Oh well, I best get going. Hello Java file. Java runs on different platforms, but programmers write it the same way. That's true. Well, obviously it's true. It knows what it's talking about. In the last exercise we saw the file hello-world.java. Java files have a .java extension. Some programs are one file, others are hundreds of files. Inside hello-world.java we had a class which was, public class hello world. We'll talk about classes more in the future, but for now think of them as a single concept. Hello world concept is hello world printer. Other class concepts could be bicycle or savings account. Yeah, I mean they can be anything really. We mark the domain of this concept using curly braces. Syntax inside the curly braces is part of the class. Each file has one primary class named after the file. Our class name hello world and our file name hello world. Every word is capitalized. Inside the class we had a main method which lists our program tasks. Yes. Like classes, we use curly braces to mark the beginning and end of the method. Public, static and void. Syntax we'll learn about future lessons. So public means it can be accessed from other classes or other things that have a reference to it. So this is all stuff that I'm familiar with from other languages. Static means it doesn't need to be or can't be instantiated. I think it's just always there. Void means it doesn't return anything, and string args is whatever goes in here is treated as a string or a list of strings. A placeholder for information we want to pass into our program. Yeah. Syntax is necessary for the program to run. More advanced, we need to explore at the moment. Program also displays hello world on the screen. This was accomplished using a print statement. Yes, this. What I am interested in knowing is, do you always have to put system.out.println, or is there a way to like import system.out and you just use println or whatever? I'm sure it'll tell me that stuff. Text editor has a file hello-u.java that contains a hello-u class with a main method. Yes, it does. Inside main, add a statement which prints hello some name with your name replacing some name. Okay, let's go back up here. So it's system.out.println, and then it's we'll say hello Twitch. There we go. Yeah, do you always need this? Is every single print function you have to put system.out? Surely not. Surely it's shorter than that. Take a closer look at this instruction from our previous program. Print statement to output information to the screen, also referred to as the output terminal. Let's break this line of code down a little more. Don't worry, some of the terms here are new. We'll dive into what all of these are later. System is a built-in Java class that contains useful tools. Out is short for output, println short for println. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Can you import system and then just use println? We can use system out println whenever we want the program to create a new line on the screen after output a value. After hello world is printed, the output terminal creates a new line for the statement. Program will print each statement. Yep. So because it's print line, it will print this text and then put a line after it, like a blank line. So I presume it's got print. Oh yeah, it says here. You can also output information system out of print instead of print line, and it will put it on the same line. Yeah, so that will print hello world with a space in the middle. That's very true. It will. In this example, if you were to use print or print line again, the new text will print immediately after world on the same line. Important to remember where you left your program's cursor. If you use print line, the cursor moves to the next line. If you use print, it stays on the same line. Yeah, so if this was system.out.print, hang on, I'm not going to mess with it because I don't know what it wants me to do. Underneath the print statement, output the following two statements using print. 3, 2. Okay, so is that what it wants me to do? Using just print. So you're going to put them on the same line. Underneath, output the following two text values using system.out.println. Okay, so ready or not, here I come. That's another line it wants me to do. Did you use print line to output text ready or not, here I come? Yes, I did. What have I done wrong here? That's not an actual space, is it? No. Oh, I put ready not. What an idiot. It's one of those things where you watch someone doing some sort of programming and you'll spot the mistake far before they do. Commenting code. I'm not going to read all of this because I know about commenting code, but if you guys want to know about code commenting, I will read from here. When comments are short, we use the single line syntax of // When comments are long, we use a /* and then an asterisk slash to finish it, such as this one here. Hey Di, how you doing? This is programming language if it was Java. It is. I thought I'd try something different today. I've been watching a lot of programming streams and I thought, maybe I'll give one of those a go. And I also study different languages anyway, programming languages, and I've got one coming up in Java that I'm beginning, so I thought I'd get a little, a little refresher before I begin it. Yeah, so what does it want me to do? In the file, use a single line comment for the first fact. So that's here. So the first fact. And then what about the next fact? Oh, it's going to tell me to run it. And then use a multi-line comment on this bit. Now, I don't know the keyboard key for the asterisk because I have a different keyboard. I don't even know if I've got one. If I'm honest. Yeah, I don't actually have an asterisk key. Lou Concerts, how you doing? Good morning. Is it morning for you? Where are you from, by the way? I forgot to ask you yesterday. I normally ask people where they're from. If you don't mind me asking, because I always find it interesting how Twitch can bring people together from around the world. San Diego, California. Nice. I'm from the UK originally, but I live in Sweden now. And it's currently 18:22, so 22 past 6 in the evening for me. But good morning to you. There may be a hotkey. Yeah, I think I can do... I forgot where we are. Here. Normally I press... Not... Oh, hold on. There's an asterisk. That's a very, very annoying... What I can do is plug in... Because I've got this keypad that I made, which has an asterisk key on it. But it's not plugged in. Because I'm using it for the hotkeys for OBS, so it's all... I need another cable, basically. Because the keyboard itself doesn't have a key, but... Okay, so this should work now. Oh my god, what key was it? This one. I think. There we are. That's done it. Oh. I love Java, but only Java 7. I'm very new to Java, so I've used the the runtime, but never the language. Apart from once, I made a Minecraft mod one time with Java, but I'm used to other languages. I'm not completely new to programming, I'm just completely new to Java. I'm used to C# and JavaScript, stuff like that. Mainly C#. I do a lot of C# stuff. Oh well, good evening then, yeah. Good morning to you, Lou. Welcome in. I didn't notice this was an online text editor. May have been very wrong on that short hotkey. Yeah, sometimes I think in VS Code you can do like Alt and something and it will do it, yeah. That's very true, but this is Codecademy, the website that teaches you to do programming languages. Semicolons and white space. As we saw with the comments, reading code is just as important as writing code. We should write code that's easy for other people to read. That's very true. Insun, how you doing, man? Welcome on in. We're doing something very different today. I'm testing it out to see if it's something that anybody enjoys. I'm trying to learn Java programming language from scratch. Yeah, instead of playing a game. Normally I play a game on a Wednesday, but not today. I've been watching a lot of coding streams. I thought it might be cool to give one a go. How are you anyway? How are you doing today, Insun? Those people can be workers, friends, or even yourself. Java does not interpret white space areas of code without syntax, but let's move this over. But humans use white space to read code without difficulty. Functionally, these two code samples are identical. So it doesn't care about white space, same as C#, I guess. Python, on the other hand, very picky about white space. These will print the same text to the screen, but which would you prefer to read? Yeah, exactly. That's much easier to read than this long old line of nonsense. Java does interpret semicolons. Semicolons are used to mark the end of a statement. One line of code that performs a single task. Yep. Only statements we've seen so far are the system print line message. Let's contrast statements with curly braces. They mark the scope of our classes and methods. There are no semicolons at the end of curly brace. No. Although, I presume there is if it's an if statement. Or is that not true in Java? See, I don't know. LanguageFacts.java file, this file here, brings information about Java to the screen. Unfortunately, the writer of the file has avoided using whitespace. Make the file easier to read by adding a new line after each statement. So there's one here, there's one here, and that's it. I think normally is this smaller normally? Oh no, that is 100% size. Have I changed the size of it? Oh yeah, I've got an extra large. Is that a good size? How's this? Is this too small? Can you see this okay, or is it too small? Shall I put it back to how it was? Perfect size. What, this one? I don't want it to be too small because I've watched some coding streams and sometimes you can't see what they're doing. But if that's okay, then we'll go with it. If anybody thinks it's too small, just let me know and I'll change it. Oh, I hate that that's gone gone like that, but it's on the same line. See, there we go. That looks better. There we are, and it prints those three to the console over here. Inside main, add a new statement printing how you feel about coding. Start the message with programming is... Okay, I'll leave a gap just because. Programming is... I don't know, groovy. Let's be 70s. There we go. Printed it to the console. Next is about catching errors. Very important in programming is to, if something goes wrong, you want to know about it. You want to deal with it. Java is a compiled programming language, meaning the code we write in a .java file is transformed into bytecode by a compiler before it's executed by the JVM, the Java Virtual Machine. A compiler is a program that translates human-friendly programming languages into other programming languages that computers can understand. Execute, rather. I'm getting ahead of myself now. Previous exercises have automatically compiled and run the files for you. Off-platform development environments can also compile and run files for you, but it's important to understand this aspect of Java development, so we'll do it ourselves. The compiling process catches mistakes before the computer runs the code. The Java compiler runs a series of checks while it transforms the code. Code that does not pass these checks will not be compiled. So basically, it says, is all this okay? If it's not going to let you create a Java file to run the whatever your project is. This exercise will use an interactive terminal. Oh, nice. For example, with a file called plankton.java, interesting name, we could compile it with the terminal command javac space plankton.java. Successful compilation produces a class file, plankton.class, that we execute with the terminal command java plankton. Unsuccessful compilation produces a list of errors. No class file is made until the errors are corrected and the compile command is run again. That was a lot of reading going on there. Let me just rest my jaw. Let's practice compiling and executing a file by entering commands in a terminal. A text editor contains a broken program. so we can see how compilers help us catch mistakes. Don't make any corrections. I will not. In the terminal, type this command: Java C compiling.java. Where's the terminal over here? Java C. Can you see that one okay? I presume so. Compiling.java. Yes. So there was an error, and that error is on line 6. And it's here, and there is no semicolon at the end. Let's move on to the next checkpoint. Oh, did you see the error? It's telling us that there is no semicolon. Oh, I've gone a step ahead of myself. I'm supposed to use ls to list all the files in the directory and note that there is no compiled class file because there was an error. So it's only this file here in this folder. Add the semicolon, press check work. There we go. Move on to the next one. Creating executables. Compilation helped us catch an error. Now that we corrected the file, let's walk for a successful compilation. As a reminder, we can compile Java from a command with Java C. So it's Java C, I guess Java compile whatever.java. If the file compiles successfully, this command produces an executable, meaning we can run the program. Okay. Is a full compilation cycle as a, yep. Okay, so compile and execute this, yeah. Run the ls command to see we have an uncompiled thing. So we've only got this file. This is C# if it was a coffee. I see what you're saying. It's C# if it was don't know what my next words are going to be. But yeah, I see what you mean. If it's a Java, yeah, coffee. Press check work. We did that, didn't we? Compile the file. Compile the file. So it's Java C compiling.java. Enter ls again to see the new class file. There it is. It's compiled. It created this. Run an executable file from the terminal. So that's Java compiling. There we are. Putting it all together. In this lesson, we've started we've started writing our first programs in Java. We've also learned rules and guidelines for how to write Java programs. Java programs have at least one class and one main method. Each class represents one real-world idea. The main method runs the tasks of the program. Comments, compiled language. Yep. Text editor holds an empty file named review.java. Fill it in. Define a public class named review. Use opening. Oh my god, I can't even remember how to do it. Public class review. Because what I'm doing now is how I would probably type out C#. So this might get confusing for me from this point on. I've pressed run. Oh no, that was correct. This code produces an error because Java programs need a main method. Define a main method within the curly braces here. So, does it need to be private or anything like that? Or is it just like this? Did you define main within inside review? I did, but I guess it's wrong. What's wrong with this? Somebody help. If anybody knows Java. No private or public makes it package private. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's the same in C#. If you don't specify one, I think it makes it private. It's either private or what's the other one? No, not virtual. What's the other one? It's gone from my head. But it has a default. There's no return type, is there? You're right. No, wrong way. Because you've got public static void main, yeah. Does it have to be public static? What I'm not liking so far, do I have to put these arguments in? Main is definitely looking for a public. I thought you were asking about that. Oh, okay. Oh, you're right. But what if it's not public? What if it's not static? Does main? Although main would be public, wouldn't it? But does main have to be static? Main is not static in the class review. Please apply the main method as. I guess it does. Not in Java, that's JavaScript. Everything is a class, is that? Inside of the curly braces for main, right? In the main method, right? The main method executes. Okay, so it wants me to put a comment. The main method executes. What was it? The task of the class. Can't type today. Load a comment, write a statement that prints the following. My first Java program from scratch. Also, so Lou, do you do Java? I guess you do programming and stuff. Or know a bit. This system dot, I can't even remember what it was. It's completely gone. I'm gonna just do what I thought it was, and then it will tell me what I'm wrong. There's something missing here. Can't remember what it is. Can I find a simple system? I love this language. I love people learn it, so it stays alive. Well, I'm doing I don't know if you was here when I said it, but I'll say it again. I've started a university course in Java in a couple of weeks. So I wanted to get a little refresher before I start, because I've already done a number of years in C# and I've done JavaScript before and stuff like that, Python and all different languages, but never really sat down to look at Java and the syntax of it. It's quite difficult coming from C# to this, because this seems a lot more convoluted. Because I've done here what I would do in C#. Because in C# you'd have import system, and then you wouldn't even need this. You just do print line. Can you do that in Java? Is that a thing? Awesome. Setting yourself up like this, you're going to do great in that class. I hope so. C# is definitely more terse. I really hope I do well in it. I've heard it has a final exam, which is quite difficult. So we'll see. It's like a 6-hour. You have 6 hours to create a GUI-based application from scratch for the final exam. I don't know. I guess they would teach you all you need to get to that point. But I've heard it's tough. Yeah, what am I missing here? I know I'm missing something, but I can't remember what it was. Ooh, swing, that's fun. Hopefully it'll be fun. We'll see. Hopefully it's more fun than it is stressful. Hold on, let me try and think of what. I might have to So it's not telling me, although there is a cheat sheet here, it says. Yeah, the out. System.out.println. That's annoying. But you know, whatever. What brings you to Code Academy? Can I choose none? I don't want to answer these questions. Changing my career. Something has gone wrong. I didn't like that answer. Lost connection. What's going on here? Did it? Full access? No, I don't want pro account. What's I know what an IDE is. Is there a way to skip this one? IDE is a way. It's a program, an integrated development environment that it's basically a piece of software that lets you write code, and it tells you what's wrong with it and stuff like that. Oh, here we go. Finally, says die. Yeah, it's the print line. I'm not a fan of that at all. It'll take me a long time to remember. Does it have to have arguments? Because it's fair enough, like this teaching me these things, but I already understand that. I understand basically how, you know, I've done other languages before. Is it teaching me things that I'm never going to really need to know, because it's just kind of one of those things that if you know one, you know all. Like, it doesn't... Do you know what I mean? Anyway, whatever. Let's go on with this. Let's say we need a program that connects a user with new jobs. We need the user's name, their salary, and their employment status. All of these pieces of information are stored in our program. We store information in variables, named locations in memory. Yes, I'm aware of this. Hold on, just got a message. Go away. Spam. Don't want spam. Naming a piece of information allows us to use that name later, accessing the information we stored. That is true. Variables also give context and meaning to the data we're storing. Value 42 could be someone's age, weight in pounds, or the number of orders placed. With a name, we know the value is 42. The value 42 is age, weight in pounds, or number of orders placed. Primitive data types. Yes, I'm aware of these. The three main primitive types we cover: int, double, and boolean. Is there a float, or is that the float? We must declare a variable and reference it within our program. Declaring a variable requires that we specify the type and name. Yes, okay. Name of the variables above are age, salary requirement, and is employed. These variables don't have any associated value. To assign a value, we use the assignment operator equals sign. There is a float, yes. So, okay, so that's the same as C#, because C# has double and float as well. Some just have float, don't they, I think, as far as I'm aware. It's common to declare a variable and assign it in one line. It is, I'm aware of this. I feel like maybe I should have, although I'm not going to learn syntax unless I go through this every time I learn a language, am I? So assign 2011 to a variable named Year Code Academy was founded. Of type int, we write int Year Code Academy was founded equals 2011. What does it want me to do? Use system.out.println to print out the variable name. This is interesting because it doesn't... I know to just put that in, but I've watched some people code before learn coding before, because it doesn't tell me here anywhere to just put the variable like this. I know to do that, but I've seen people learning who'll be like, oh, it wants name, so I'll do this, and then they'll fail it, and they don't know why. I really think it should, unless I'm blind, it doesn't say that that's how you, it says how you assign it, but not how you would actually print it out. Use the same command to print out year created. James Gosling. Isn't he an actor? Oh no, it's Ryan Gosling. Ints. So integers, numbers, whole numbers. First type of data we'll store is the whole number. Whole numbers are very common in programming. You often use them to store ages or maximum sizes, or the number of times some code's been run, among many others. Dreamer, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Something a little bit different today. I'm learning Java programming language, just to see how it goes, if it's something that I could maybe stream in the future too. I've been watching a lot of different people learning different languages recently on Twitch, just going through the software development category and watching some around that are on there. And I found it very interesting, so I thought, well, if I find it interesting, maybe other people will too. I don't know. Good idea, man. That's why I came. Thank you, Dreamer. Hope you're well today. In Java, whole numbers are stored in the int primitive data type. They like to use big words, don't they? Words that confuse people. People who've never done programming before aren't going to know what a primitive data type is. They're just words. Doing good, thanks for asking. How about you? Yeah, I'm pretty good, thank you. Not too bad. I've been talking a lot though. My voice feels my mouth's very dry. My voice is very tired. I'm reading everything on the screen. I don't normally talk constantly during the stream. But yes, I'm well. Thank you. The int data type allows values between minus that number and that number. What's that? 2,147,483,647. To declare a variable of type int, we use int keyword before the variable name, as they did earlier on in the previous one. The file has a number of comments in it. In your head, count the number of comments, then inside the main method declare a variable called numComments. That holds how many comments you counted. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 comments. Oh, declare a variable. So int numComments equals 6. Print out numComments. Oh, here we go again. System.out.println numComments. I've really got to try and remember it's system.out.println. I've used so many different languages where it's just println or console.println or even just system.println. Can't remember that out needs to be in there. Keeps throwing me off. Doubles. Whole numbers don't accomplish what we need for every program. What if we wanted to store the price of something? We need a decimal point. What if we wanted to store the world's population? That number would be larger than the int type can hold. It's annoying with the system.out. The way I remembered the out was because we needed to go to the STD. Yeah, That's how I'm trying to remember it. It needs to come out. It needs to go out into the console. Yeah, it's tough. I'll get there. System.error 2. Of course there is. I don't understand why you can't just say using system like in C#. Why don't they have a thing like that? Can you rename it? Can you be like this equals, you know, print equals system.out.print and then just use print? Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Double primitive data type can help. Double can hold decimals as well as very large and very small numbers. The maximum value is, that's a big number, 17 followed by 307 zeros. Jesus. The minimum value is 4.9 E minus 324, which is 324 decimal places. I'm not wiping my eyes because they're gooey. I'm wiping my eyes because I'm so shocked at those numbers. To declare a variable of type double, we use a double keyword. So it's the same as C#. Yeah. I would simply make a wrapper around system. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is that a thing people do? But if everyone's doing that, then why don't they just fix the damn language in the first place? Do you know what I mean? Why don't they just be like, everyone keeps making wrappers for system. Why don't we just make it easier on them from the get-go? As of 2016, Android has 81.7% of the market share for mobile operating systems. Create a variable called Android Share that holds this percentage as a double. So, double. Android Share. How much was it? 81.7. Wait, what have I done? I've pressed something. 0.7. There's a float. I'm getting ahead of myself again. It's going to system.out. Oh, I nearly wrote Android Share. Print line. $81.7. Booleans. It's a cool word, that, isn't it? Boolean. Often our programs face questions that can only be answered with yes or no. Is the oven on? Is the light green? Did I eat breakfast? All of those I can say no. The questions are answered with a Boolean, a type that references one of two values, true or false. We declare Boolean variables by using the keyword Boolean. Also, it is the full word as well. I think this threw me off when I was creating the Minecraft plugin that shows you which way you're facing. It threw me off because I was just using bool. And then I realised, oh, you have to use the full word. Java makes everything much more complicated. I think, so far. Create a variable called int can hold decimals and set it to true. Because I would have done it like this. But this needs to be the full word. What language uses bool? Not with an E on it. Just B-O-O-L. C# does. Does JavaScript? No, because you don't have types. Anything's an anything in JavaScript, isn't it? C++, does that use bool? I think, possibly. Create a variable called it. Oh, I've done that. Oh, it's actually asking me to do it. Ints can hold decimals, so it's actually false. Print out your variable. System.out.println ints can hold decimals. So over here, it's going to say false. Char. Here's an interesting one. Do you call it char or car for character? How do we answer questions like what grade did you get on the test? What letter does your name start with? The char. I'm going to call it char because that's how it's spelt. Can hold any character like a letter, space, or punctuation mark. Although it is short for character, right? So it would be car, really. On its own, you would pronounce that as char, like chai. If that was an I, it'd be chai tea. You wouldn't say kai tea, would you? Must be surrounded by single quotes. Oh, it must be surrounded by single quotes. This is interesting now. Create a variable called expected grade of type charcar. So it has to be single quotes. Fill it with a single letter representing the grade you think you would get in a graded Java course. Oh. Okay. Definitely an F. I probably wouldn't get an F actually. I'm going to put F because it don't matter. Print out your expected grade variable. I'm glad it's asking me to print these things out because it's drilling into my head. System.out. F. Oh, I've got an F. String. I presume a char takes up less memory than a string would. Does it take up less memory even if it's the same length? Because a char, I presume, is what, 1 or 2 bytes, whereas if it was a string, it would be whatever the length of the string is. But if it was just the same, if that was just F, don't know. So far, we've learned primitive data types, which are the simplest types of data with no built-in behavior. Our programs always use strings, which are objects. Of course they are. Instead of primitives, objects have built-in behavior. It's the same in C#. You can use string with a capital S or string with a lowercase s. Did I say F just now? I don't know. There's too many letters going on. Let's just get on with it. Strings hold a sequence of characters. We've already seen instances of a string, for example, when we printed out hello world. There are 2 ways to create a string. Using a string literal, calling the string class to create a new string object. A string literal is any sequence of characters enclosed in double quotes. Like primitive type variables, we create a string variable by specifying the type first. Capital S. We could also create a new string by calling the string class when declaring. Yeah, but is there any reason to do that? Although, yeah, I suppose there is, because I guess this has other arguments. Maybe. There are subtle differences in behavior depending on whether you create a string using a string literal or a new string object. Oh, that's what I just asked. We'll dive into those later, but for now, we'll almost always be using literals. Certain symbols, known as escape sequences, have an alternative use in Java print statements. Escape sequences are interpreted differently by the compiler than any other characters. The backslash, I'm aware of this. Our 3 escape sequences to be aware of for the AP exam. Backslash, what am I talking about? Backslash, quotation mark. Escape sequence allows us to add quotation marks to a string. Yeah, because otherwise the string would end there and then this would just be invalid information. It would just be like, nope, what is this? Using backslash escape sequence allows us to space a backslash. Yeah, because otherwise it will think you're escaping this, and then it will be like you haven't ended the string. Similar to the last example. Yeah, it's a little mind bending, says Codecademy. Mind bending. Okay, that's what you want to call it. Start with a hat. Now I've got something in my eyes. Yeah, it was my finger. Finally, if we place a backslash n, and so that backslash n is new line. I know that. It will create a new line of text. Create a variable called opening lyrics that holds yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away. Good song that. String. Opening lyrics. Did I copy the quotes? I did. Call system.out the print line to print it. Does this have? It doesn't have auto completion. ItalySense. Of course it doesn't. It's a web thing. Static checking. Java programming language has static typing. Java programs will not compile if a variable is assigned a value of an incorrect type. This is a bug, specifically a type declaration bug. Oh, I see what's going on here, yeah. Bugs are dangerous. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't turned the camera on. That went well, didn't it? Hold on. There we go. Bugs are dangerous. That's all I wanted to do. Didn't even turn the camera on. What an idiot. I hate bugs, says InSun. Programming bugs or real life bugs? I don't like either of them. Not a big fan of either of them. I hate both. Exactly. You do a lot of 3D work, don't you, InSun? Blender and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm no good at that kind of thing. I would hate to get bugs in Blender trying to make something, because I can't even make something in the first place. Bugs are dangerous. They cause our code to crash or produce incorrect results. Static typing helps because bugs are caught during programming rather than execution. Execution, big word, scary word. Yeah, but not familiar with programming languages. No, but bugs are bugs, right? Doesn't matter what it's, you know, what software it's on or what you're doing when it happens. A bug's a bug, and it's still shit and nobody likes it. Anthony Antronoid, how are you doing? What's up? It reminds me of that old Budweiser advert. What's up? Program will not compile if the declared type of the variable does not match the assigned value. Did I just read that? Probably. So int greeting is hello world. So this can't be set to that because it's an int type, which is a number. So this has to be a number with no quotes. Yes, there we go. Tired, to be honest. Heat plus corporate video editing is a perfect recipe for sleep. Yeah, heat makes you really tired. It was hot here a couple weeks back, and I just was constantly tired. But yeah, I'm pretty good, thank you. I'm doing something different today, as you may have noticed. This is the first time I've ever done any kind of programming on stream, but I've been watching a lot of the software and development category on Twitch. There's a lot of people doing programming stuff, and I thought, maybe I'll give that a go. See if it's something people like to watch. Because I found it quite nice to watch people learning languages and stuff. And doing something a bit different. Just having a relax and a chill on a Wednesday, you know. I think it's very nice to see you programming. Thank you, Inson. I'm glad you enjoy it. Even though I'm not, you know, I'm just learning a bit of Java. Instead of doing all the stuff. I don't know if it'd be interesting to do all the stuff I already know about. You know, let's do something new. Nice change of pace. Yeah, exactly. Something to just chill out and hang out and just be a bit nerdy with, you know. String hello world cannot be held in a variable of type int. I've read that about 50 times now. For the example above, we will see this error. Yes, incompatible type error. In the mess.java, they've called it, we have declared a bunch of variables with the wrong type. Try to compile using the following command. Okay. So what this is going to do is give us an error. Or 5 errors. 4 errors. Change the types of variables so that they correspond with the type of the assignment values. Okay, so string year is 2001. Doesn't make sense. That's an int. Title is Shrek. That's a string. Genre is C. That's a char, whatever you want to call it. This is a double. And this is a boolean. Did you declare runtime? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Compile the file again. Compile the file again. Why is that so hard to say? And it compiles with no errors. Compile the file again. Naming. Let's imagine we're storing a user's name for their profile. Which code do you think is better? String data equals Delilah. My Delilah. Or string name of user equals Delilah. Yes, that one's better because you can see what it is. Second is much easier to understand. Readers of the code will know the purpose of the value Delilah. That's true. Naming variables according to the conventions leads to clear, readable and maintainable code. When someone else or our future self, that's a big one, future self, looks back at the code or reads the code, there is no confusion about the purpose of a variable. The amount of times I've looked at previous code I've wrote and thought, what the fuck is that? And I've made it better, and you can only improve and go forwards. When will you do a pause and hot tub stream? Don't know. Depends how many. If we get 7 hype trains, I'll do one tomorrow. My future self forgets after 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 minutes for me. For forgetting. As soon as I've wrote it. Yeah, 7 hype trains and I'll do a hot tub stream tomorrow. Remember that? Deal. Good deal. Deal. Shake on it. Good. Coding in a hot tub. Oh, that's 10 hype trains for that. A variable starts with a valid letter or a $sign or an underscore. No, the $sign rhymes with PHP. What's the point? No other symbols or numbers can begin a variable name. First place with a 1 and gazer with an asterisk are not valid variable names. What does it want me to do? Oh, is there a naming convention of... Okay. Variable names of only one word are spelled all lowercase. Variable names of more than one word have the first letter lowercase, while the beginning letter of each subsequent word is capitalized. Yeah, that's camel case. Oh, it tells you the next style of capitalization is called camel case. Yeah. That's the same in C#. In the bad names.java file, we declared variables with confusing names. Run the file and look at the error message. Are people enjoying this stream, or is it really fucking boring? Feel free to just pipe up and be like, what are you doing, silly? This is nonsense. Go back and play Euro Truck. Bear with me. I'll be back in a moment. I've lost the be right back screen button. I've lost it. Right, yeah, alright. I'll be less than a minute. I return. Mrs. Silly, or Pickle, she's also known as, just returned home, so I had to go and say hello. But yes, I am back. I'm enjoying it a lot. Thank you very much, Lou. Especially with chill music, it's perfect. It's nice and chill strip. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like it. I didn't want to bore the tits off you, you know? Can I say that? I can say that. In the badnames.java file, we declared variables with confusing names. Oh yeah, run the code and get the errors, yeah. Some of these variable names are illegal. Oh no, we're gonna get arrested. Change the ones that are preventing the file from compiling. So yeah, this one. What are you coding anyway? This is Codecademy. And it's basically the introduction to Learn Java. So I'm not coding anything in particular. It's just a like a free course that teaches you how to make Java stuff. So first name is not correct because it starts with a 1. I mean that's correct, but it's not a good name, so we'll change that to second name. String.com. So we'll change that to email. The rest is okay, I think, is it? Yeah, program runs. Review. Now it's going to ask me to do a load of stuff that I've probably forgotten. Creating and filling variables is a powerful concept that allows us to keep track of all kinds of data. In this lesson we learn how to create and print different data types in Java, which you'll use to create bigger and more complex programs. Int stores numbers, double stores bigger whole numbers and decimal numbers. Boolean stores true or false, a car or a char, however you want to say it. Stores characters using single quotes. I find it interesting that it has to use single quotes, because surely it would know what it's doing anyway, because it's got the type defined, you know what I mean? So why does it matter if it uses single or double quotes? String, which stores multiple characters using double quotes. If it was like, I imagine if it was like JavaScript and you don't have to put string or char, you could just put var or let, and you use double or single quotes, it doesn't matter because it would just treat it as a string. But because you're defining it with char, what does it matter about if it's got double or single quotes? I think it's to explicitly tell the compiler it's a char. I'm not sure, but it probably helps optimization. I mean, yeah, but doesn't the char tell the compiler it's a char? Do you know what I mean? Whatever. Static typing, one of the safety features, variable naming conventions. The file myprofile.java contains a class that represents your hiring profile as presented to potential employers. In the main method, create a variable called name that holds your name as a sequence of characters, so that's a string. Name. Silly simulator. There we are. Is that what it wanted me to do? Create a variable called age that holds your age as a whole number. How old am I? Chat, guess, and don't answer. Have a guess. While I take a sip of my drink. Before you guess, I'm going to go on with the other ones. 0x13. I don't even know what that means. What's the X about? Unless that's a hexadecimal. You're doing hexadecimal in there. Oh no! What for that? Oh, I thought I closed it. I thought I closed it then. That would not be good. If you're doing hexadecimal, that's what? 19. I'm not 19. Okay, a variable named desired salary that holds your desired the classic dead beef. That's a yeah. Okay, I'll put my age in. I'll tell you how old I am. I'm 32. Desired salary that holds your desired salary per year to a precision of 2 decimal points. So that'll be a double. Desired salary. What should my desired salary be? 9,999.69. Create a variable called gender that holds a single character. Do you think they changed this? I reckon that just used to say MF and they were like, oh, we've got to update that. So that's a char. Gender. I'm a male. Create a variable called looking for job that holds whether or not you're currently open to job offers. Boolean. Looking for job. I mean, if you was making this, you would be, so true. Let's see. Did it work? Oh yeah, I need to press next. No, I don't want a pro account. Make an Instagram app. Woofstagram for dogs. What the fuck? Full access for pro. They're really trying to push pro on me. Let's say we're writing a program that represents a user's bank account. For variables, we know how to store balance. We'd use a double primitive type that can hold big decimal numbers, but how would we deposit and withdraw from the account? We have the ability to manipulate the value of our variables. We can use expressions, arithmetic operators, and more in order to change our variable's value. Okay, so I know this from other languages. For example, Java has built-in arithmetic operations that perform calculations on numeric values. Now, mathematics, or math, depending on where you're from, quick maths, is probably my weakest point of my life. Final line of the code above, we use the expression balance plus deposit amount. Yes. The data type of variable plays a large role in operations we can use to manipulate it. We can think of a data type as a combination of a set of values and a set of operations on those values. For example, the double data type is comprised of values like 4.8 and operations like addition. For now, we'll focus on a set of operations that can be used on numbers and booleans. In the file guessinggame.java, we have defined two integers, mystery1 and mystery2. What's that noise? We'll talk about these operators among others in the rest of the lesson. Use system.out.println to print a variable that holds a value of 2. Well, it's mystery2 holds a value of 2. So system.out.println mystery2. That wasn't much of a mystery, really, was it? We knew that. Addition and subtraction. Is the text big enough? I've asked this before, but I'm going to ask it again. I just like to make sure you can read it, and I'm not just sitting here wasting my time and you can't even see it. I'm not saying I'm wasting my time. I mean wasting my time trying to show you things and you can't even see it. In our bank account example from the last exercise, we used the plus operator to add the values balance and deposit amount. If we wanted to withdraw from the balance, we would use the minus operator. Addition and subtraction work with int types as well. If we had 60 pictures of cats on our phone, got more than that, and we took 24 more, we could use the following lines of code to store 84 in num pictures of cats. What if we took one additional picture of a cat? We can reflect this by using an increment operator plus plus. When we append plus plus to a number-based variable increases by 1, we also have the decrement operator minus minus, which decreases it by 1. Does this change the variable to that number? Yeah, obviously it does. Because in C# you can do num pictures of cats plus plus, or if you did plus plus num pictures of cats, one of them changes the variable, the other one creates a new one, or only uses it at that point, or something like that. I can't quite remember. I don't use it very often. But create an int variable called animals in the zoo that holds the amount of zebras, or zebras if you're of that persuasion. Pengi, thank you for the follow, tack, should I say. Create an int variable called animals in zoo that holds the amount of zebras plus the amount of giraffes in the zoo. How are you, Pengi? I don't know if you're actually here or if you just randomly followed, but hope you're well. I will join you in Minecraft one of these days. One of these days I will get around to it. Then print your animals in zoo variable. Just fine, didn't know you were streaming. Well, welcome on in, friend. Glad you're okay. And you learning Java? Yeah, I'm pretty good, thank you. It's a bit warm today. although not as warm as it has been. I am learning Java. Yes, I do software development anyway. I normally do C# and a bit of JavaScript, but not Java, and a bit of Python, a bit of all sorts. But I've done one thing in Java once, and that was create a Minecraft plugin that tells you which way you're facing and your coordinates and puts it at the bottom of the screen. But I'm starting a course soon, a university course in Java. So I thought I'd get a refresher before it begins. So that's what I'm having a go of. And I've never streamed programming before. I normally stream games, always. It's the first time I've ever streamed programming. So I'm testing the waters with that too. If you've written C#, I guess you see similarities. Yeah, and what I'm realizing is C# is a lot easier. You do programming, right? You're a software engineer, are you? What kind of thing do you do? Java is older. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is older. But it's not. It's like, has it never been updated? It's just stayed old. Do you know what I mean? I don't like the whole system.out.println. Like, why is it not just in a little thing? Just a simple little. And why, if you do a car or a char, does it have to be single quotes? It already knows it's a character, a single character, because it's got the type of char. Do you know what I mean? Embedded C mostly. Oh, nice. Well, like PIC stuff or electronics kind of. A little bit of C++. I want to learn game development. Well, in C++, because I do game development in C# with Unity. Or you mean you want to like go all in and make games in C++? But yeah, that's cool stuff. Java was a while ago. I haven't done it in a couple of years. Yeah, I've only used it once a couple of weeks ago. That was it. Looking more at Unreal. Unreal's good. I've got a lot of experience with Unity, but not with Unreal because it uses that blueprint system, and I've not really figured it out. I've never sat down to properly give it a go. I find Unity much easier because then you just write everything in C#. I can't even remember what I was doing. Create an int variable called animals in zoo. That holds the amount of zebras, however you want to say it. I haven't really got started, but what I've seen, they're kind of similar, just matter of preference. Yeah, it doesn't, you know, it depends what your end result is going to be, really. But yeah, good luck with it. I'd love to see what you come up with. But the reason I'm doing this programming stream is because I was looking in the software and development category on Twitch. I've been watching lots of people recently learning languages and stuff, and I found it really interesting, as have many others. So I thought, well, if I find it interesting, maybe people will watch me doing it. Maybe they'll find it interesting too. Now that you ask again, I realized if and were the same, but string and jar were two separate data types. If you were calling a method C, the compiler... Oh, I see what you mean now. Yeah, that's true. It wouldn't know if it was looking for a string. It would probably throw an error if it was looking for the wrong one, or it wouldn't know what it's received. That's still a weird way of doing it, though. Although it is old, as Pengy said. But I've got one of these, so we'll be fine. That's all you need. Anyway, animals in zoo holds the amount of zebras plus the amount of giraffes. So animals in zoo equals zebras in zoo plus giraffes in zoo. Oh, then print your animals in zoo variable, of course. System. This is a bit I don't like. System dot out dot print line. Two of the zebras have been traded to a neighbouring rival zoo. Oh no, poor zebras. Subtract 2 from the number of zebras and store the result in a variable called num zebras after trade. Sure. Then print num zebras after trade. I'm going to leave this one. I think it still wants me to print this out so I can compare them, I guess. What does it want me to do? Subtract 2 from the number of zebras. Oh no, I guess it wouldn't, because that's not going to be the same, is it? Does it want me to do it separately? Remove this and do it, or what? Or does it just want me to do it like this? How does it want me to... I don't know, we'll do it like this and see what it says. Oh no, I see what's happening actually. That would be zebras in zoo. It wants me to do that, I think. I think that's what it wants me to do, isn't it? Oh, I didn't print it out. So what do you want me to do? It is multiplication and division, the two worst mathematical things. Let's say our employer is calculating our paycheck and depositing it to our bank account. We worked 40 hours last week at a rate of $15.50 an hour. Java can calculate this with a multiplication operator, the asterisk. Now, can I remember what key on the keyboard was the asterisk? Because my keyboard is an odd one. It looks like this. There is no asterisk key. And these keys aren't what they say they are. These are actually Swedish alphabet letter keys. So I think asterisk for me was shift and this one. This is a 3D printed keyboard that I made myself, so it's all over the place. Swede Pengy says no. No, I moved here though. I do live here. I've lived here for... Hang on. Simple maths. Told you it was my bad point. 8 years? 7 years. 7 or 8 years. Long time. Originally from the UK. Yeah, so when I said it was warm, you probably knew. Well, I don't know. It's not like you live next door. You might do. I don't even know. Who knows? Maybe he lives next door. That'd be cool. Multiplication and division. Let's get on with this. Let's say our employer is calculating our pay. Oh, we've read this. We want to see how many hours our total balance represents. We use the division operator. Yes. So hours worked is balance divided by hourly rate. Division has different results with integers. The slash operator does integer division, which means that any remainder is lost. Evenly divided stores what you expect, but unevenly divided holds 2 because int cannot store decimals. Oh, right, I see what you mean. It's important to note that the int doesn't round the decimal but floors it, so it goes down. Java removes 0.5 to fit the result into an int type. It's important to note if we try to divide any number by 0, we'll get an arithmetic exception. At least it throws an exception and doesn't just straight up blow up the computer. Divided by 0, man. Don't do it. Not even once. There's a joke in there somewhere because you can't do it even once. In main there's a variable called subtotal. Yes, there it is. Which represents the subtotal of an amount to pay on a bill. And a variable called tax, which represents the tax rate that will be applied to that subtotal. Create a double variable, total, the whole subtotal plus, okay. So we've got total equals, and it's going to be what? Subtotal plus tax. And then print it. System, out, print line. What have I done wrong here? I've messed something up. Create a double total that holds subtotal plus the product of subtotal and tax. Isn't that what I've just done? Is that not what I've just done? Total is subtotal plus tax. Expected to see 32. What? What have I done here? Create a double. That holds subtotal. Oh, the product, isn't that like plus the product of, isn't that times? But you don't times, you don't times by tax. Tax is added on. Yeah, see, that doesn't make sense. What's going on? Something in here I'm obviously too stupid to figure out, some sort of mathematical issue or terminology that I'm not reading correct. Create a double variable total that holds subtotal plus the product of subtotal and tax. Unless it's plus the, surely it doesn't mean that. No, because you can't, it hasn't introduced brackets or anything, so that can't be right. I am confused. Expected 32.625. Why does it expect 32.625? I think that's what it wants, maybe parenthesis. Yeah, that's what I thought, but it hasn't introduced parenthesis. Do you know what I mean? Like, it hasn't said how to use them. I know how to use them, but it hasn't said how to use them. So surely it doesn't expect me to just know it. Subtitle plus subtitle. Yeah, I tried that just now. This is what I just tried, and it was like, no. What the hell? I literally... Did I not just try that just now? I'm almost positive that's what I just tried. Anyway, thank you. Because that's what I tried, and then it moaned about it wouldn't work because I didn't have brackets. Anyway, whatever, we'll move on. Thanks guys, thanks Di and Lou. There are 4 people who bought this meal together and want to split the cost. Create a double variable called per person that holds title. I think you used camel case for a second subtitle before. Oh yeah, I probably did. Because subtitle's not 2 words, is it? It's actually 1 word. Is it a word on its own, subtitle? Sounds like it should be... I kind of need to know that now. Guess it is. I always thought it was 2 words, not 2 words mushed together into 1. Okay. Create a double variable called per person that holds a total divided by 4. Tell a dad joke has been redeemed. What a... Oh, why am I pressing Control? I'm pressing Control S. I'm used to doing it after everything I type Control S. Trying to save it. Is that what it wanted? 8.15. Modulo, that's the percentage one. Gives you the... Does it not give you the remainder or something? I don't know. This is the one that I sometimes struggle with. Could use a laugh, says Antronoid. Let's give you a laugh. Let's get you a dad joke on the go. Or a groan, I guess, with dad jokes. What do you mean? They're amazing. For those of you who never seen a dad joke before, I apologise for what's about to happen.
Excuse me, mate, have you got the time?
It's dad joke time. Why did the man put his money in the freezer? Because he wanted cold hard cash. There we go. I hope you enjoy that, Ant. One of the best jokes in the world. Chuckled, good man. I did too, it got me. It's because they're the best jokes ever. They only get better and better. Are you a beginner or advanced? I'm an advanced dad joke teller, Dreamer. I've been telling dad jokes for years. Oh, you mean in programming? I would say I'm in the middle. I wouldn't say I'm advanced. And I'm not a complete beginner. But with Java, I'm a complete beginner. But I already have prior knowledge from other languages. Modulo, let's try Modulo. If we bake 10 cookies and gave them out in batches of 3, how many will we have left over after giving out the 4 batches? Don't know, I guess to be an advanced dad joke teller you have to be a dad first. Right, that rules. Oh, that's a good point actually. I'm not a dad, so maybe that's true. Modulo operator %sign gives us the remainder after two numbers are divided. You have one cookie left after giving out all the batches of 3. That you could. No, I'm in programming. I know, Dreamer. Yeah, it's all cool. It's all good. Modulo can be a tricky concept, so let's try another example. Imagine we need to know whether a number is even or odd. An even number is divisible by 2. Modulo can help. Sounds like an advert for a some sort of new medicine. Need to divide by 2? Modulo has got you. Dividing an even number by 2 will have a remainder of 0. Dividing an odd number by 2 will have a remainder of 1. That's true. You're trying to split up students into groups of 3. How many students will be left once the groups are made? Create a variable called left out. That's sad. That holds a modulo of students and 3. Then print the variable. Okay, so we've got the students. Once we create a left out variable that's an integer that holds a modulo of students and 3. So it'll be students %3, I'm pretty sure. And then we print it out. System out print. I'm sick of this. System out print. Left out. Is that what it wanted? 2. There's 2 that are left out. Next is the compound assignment operator to assign your compounds, which is a very important thing. All of this is very important stuff. It's also making me very thirsty because I'm talking a lot. Apologies if I'm talking too much, but I think it'd be even more boring if I just didn't say anything and just got on with it. I'm gonna go get a drink and I'll be right back. I'll be, don't know, probably less than 30 seconds or something like that. Hydrate is redeemed Hydrate is redeemed Insun has redeemed Hydrate. So it's good. Good timing. I'll be back. Going to get a drink. I return hello. Have you seen ASCII mode? Does anyone want to see ASCII mode? I'll show you in a second. Let me have a hydrate. We could do programming in ASCII mode. It'd be impossible. Let's do this in ASCII mode. You ready? Hey, ASCII mode. Did you see the James Webb images? I did. Amazing stuff. Okay, I'm going to come out of ASCII mode in a moment. It's just nice looking at all the symbols. I can scroll on this. Look. We'll come out of ASCII mode now. That was ASCII mode. If you ever want to go in ASCII mode, just ask. We'll just pop in for a little break. Sometimes we need to adjust the value of a variable. Imagine we're working at a bake sale and want to keep track of how many cupcakes we have by creating a variable called numCupcakes. I'm glad NASA spent millions of dollars and decades of hard work to give me a new wallpaper for my desktop. Yeah, I'm glad they did. And when they sent that thing to Mars before and live streamed it, I got pretty good images from that they took. I had that as my wallpaper for a while. They're probably the biggest desktop wallpaper people, suppliers. If we baked 8 more cupcakes, we know we could update our variable using the plus operator. Isn't that nice? While method works just fine, we have to write a variable numCupcakes twice. Can you put numCupcakes? Oh, never mind. That's exactly what it's about to tell me. We can shorten this by using a compound assignment. Compound assignment operates perform an arithmetic operation on a variable and then reassigns its value. So it does the same as this, except it's shorter and easier to type. numCupcakes plus equals 8. So we only need to reference numCupcakes once. Yeah, because it gets overwritten, overwrote, overdone. We can use them for all different operators. I've only ever used these two, like the compound ones. I know you can use these, but I've never been in a situation where I've needed to, especially modulo. You're also in charge of keeping track of how many cookies there are at the bake sale. There's not going to be many when I'm finished. The value is represented by the value numCookies. Customer comes and buys 3 cookies. Use the appropriate compound assignment operator to reflect this change. So that would mean what they bought 3 cookies, so there's 3 less. So numCookies minus equals, how many was it? 3. So that adds 8. See, plus equals. We needed to take 3 away, so minus equals subtraction. Oh, I missed off the S. numCookies. There we are, 14. Another customer buys half of the remaining cookies. Use the appropriate compound assignment operator to reflect this change. I'm putting my hand here because I'm wondering if it makes a difference when I talk into the microphone. I'm just being weird now. I realise that, but that's just me. What's it asking? To half of the remaining cookies. Okay, so numCookies divided equals, I've never used that before, 2. That just looks weird to me. One of those sideways faces. Tell her that joke's been redeemed again. I shall give you another one. Give me a second. So the answer is 7. Order of operations. This is where it gets interesting, to say the least. Alright, I'm going to say again, if you've never been here before, I apologise for what's about to happen, but it has been redeemed. Feel free to redeem it yourself. sometime after this one.
Excuse me, mate, have you got the time?
It's dad joke time.
What do you call an elephant that doesn't matter? An irrelevant. There we go. Amazing jokes. Can't get better ones, really. They just don't make them. Thanks for that. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Feel free to tell me jokes in the chat if you fancy. No rude ones though. Try and keep it friendly. I mean, I know I swear and stuff, but you know. My life. He says my life. Order of operations. If we were to place multiple operators in a single expression, what operation would the compiler evaluate first? This one. And then this whole bit. And then times it by 5. Wheezing. Well, hello, Sluggy. How are you? Welcome on back. Today, we're doing something completely different. I'm actually supposed to stop streaming now, but it can wait. It can wait. Mega hot today. Is it hot again? Oh, my phone's calling. Hold on. I'll be back in a moment. I return, all is well. I have not disappeared into the internet. Anyway, how are you doing, Sluggy? Oh, I asked you that, didn't I? You said it was hot. It's worse. We have so many forest fires. Oh wow, that sucks. How are you, dude? I'm good. Unless you meant in sun, in which case I'm good too. Draw a picture in MS Paint. The Java programming language if it was a logo. Ah, you want me to draw a cup of coffee, Di? My hat's gone wonky. Let me play you this little thing I made, because Sluggy loves it. Sluggy loves this. So I've got to play it. It's the advert for Humble Bundle. I'm a Humble Bundle partner. If you shop on Humble Bundle, you get money off. You don't get money off. I made that up. If you shop on Humble Bundle, it helps out charities, developers, and me at no extra cost to you. Exclamation mark humble. I'm going to play this first. It's less than a minute long. And then I'll draw your picture, Di. And then we'll have a little dabble in ASCII mode. Just for a moment. Then we'll look at this. And then we'll go about our day and do what we want. That's the order of operations right now. So, see you on the other side of this.
I get all of my disc games from charity stores, but what about those in the digital realm? Well, you can get them on Humble Bundle. And by them, I mean actual Steam keys. As well as a bunch of other cool stuff like ebooks, comics, software packages, and more for as low as $1. and it helps me out as well as developers and charities at no extra cost to you. They also have a monthly subscription where you get a bunch of cool games every single month. You can even pick up some of my favourites like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Euro and American Truck Simulator and House Flipper. For more information visit silly.cf/humble or type !humble in the Twitch chat.
If I didn't play that, Sluggy would scream marketing at me. So now you know. What did I say was next? Draw a picture in MS Paint? Yes, of course. That was it, wasn't it? I'm gonna have to find where I stored the Windows 95 Paint program. It's always where I left it. Here it is. I'm confused. Was that your voice? It was. It was me. I created that advert for Humble Bundle. Right. Di, you wanted the Java programming language if it was a logo. I mean, it is a logo. So I'll try and draw the Java logo. Basically, it's something like this. It's a cup, right? A coffee cup. This is supposed to be like a saucer. I'm not very good at this, I must say. I'm not using any reference. This looks like a pile of shit. This doesn't look like a cup. It looks like I've drawn a poo. Maybe I'll just try and make it look like... I know it doesn't have a handle, but if we give it a handle, it'll look less like a poo. There we go. It was just nice. I thought it wasn't you. It was me. It was me. It was me. Mojo Jojo. It was me. It was me. And then it says Java over here. I think it's red. Is it? I can put it below. This is one of those times where it's not going to fit, so I'm just going to do it like this. How have I drawn that so neatly with a mouse? Who's Joe? Mojo Jojo. He's from Powerpuff Girls. Oh, we could maybe make this a bit thicker. Gotta have their thick letters. Yeah, and if you've never seen Powerpuff Girls and you want to watch the whole series, stop listening to this next sentence. Mojo Jojo was the one who created the Powerpuff Girls by accident. In the last episode he goes, "It was me. It was me. It was me." Because it was him who put the chemical X into the mix that made the Powerpuff Girls. Well, I mean, there we are. Let's sign it. I always draw a heart even though it looks awful, because there needs to be more love in the world. You need to share love. I don't mean give everyone diseases, not like that. What's your favourite colour, Di? I'm going to use mauve if you don't respond. Facade. Favorite colour is a facade. It's not real colour. It's a trick. gonna have mauve. You're a cheeky bastard. I like it. You're having mauve. We're gonna save this. What did you request? Java if it was a logo. Java programming language if it was a logo. I die. 17. So now I have to open it in Paint. The new one. Ugh, Windows 10 Paint. Ugh. Let's save it as a JPEG. And now that JPEG is going to end up I've lost the Discord. There it is. In the MS Paint Drawings Discord channel. If you've not seen the Discord, you can exclamation mark Discord and get the link. You don't have to join it. You're very welcome to. I don't often post in there, but you'll be notified when I go live, and you'll be able to chat with me, other people, if you want to, and also see the paint redemptions in their best quality. Just uploading this one now. So it's Java programming language if it was a logo. Now, Di, you're in the Discord, right? I think. Yeah, I'll tag you in the thing. There we go. It's in the Discord. So, well, I mean, that's really about it. What more do you want? I've gone over my time. And I got a call from Mrs. Silly, aka Pickle, and she says, "You still streaming?" I said, "Yep, gone over my time." So, we'll have to continue this some other time. If you enjoyed this code stuff, I'm going to send you to someone else who's coding. Oh, hold up, there's an advert. Wait.
Måste värma upp, vet du. Finns inga hästkrafter på den här.
Shut up. Lou, thank you very much. That's very much appreciated. Subscribe with Twitch Prime. Legend. Absolute legend. We're going to raid Code Rad Games because they are also programming. And if you're into programming, you might like what they're doing. They are creating a game in Unity, which you can wishlist on Steam. Called Rogue Blight. So they're using C#, which is the language I'm used to. So I'd love it if you'd go and say hello to them. If you're going to leave, please wait until at least after the raid. Go and say hello and stuff like that. It's embarrassing if I was to be the only one in there because everybody left. You know, hi, I'm raiding you. It's just me. I'll be back tomorrow at the same time. We'll be playing some either Euro Truck or American Truck, one or the other. But thank you everybody for being here. I love you all very much. It's been very great, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Let's go and say hello to Code Rad and see what they're up to. Who knows? The stream is done, Dreamer. We're going to go raid Code Rad. Thank you everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time for some trucking fun on Thursdays.
You know what? Like, I